That's right. Oh, yes. We're going to do it. I know it's geeky. I don't care. It's really, really geeky. I mean, the level of geekiness is like, ooh, it's high. It may be off the camera. That's how high it is. But we're going to be doing a versus matchup between two of my favorites. That is, of course, the one and only Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who would win Death Battle? Let's do it. Right, so people ask for more versus topic videos, and this is one that came to mind pretty quickly. I was thinking, I gotta do one with the Turtles. Who would be a good opponent for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Of course, there's four of them, so you gotta put that out there. There's four Turtles. Can we put them against a team? Who would be a good matchup for them? They can't be too overpowered. You can't put in Superman or somebody like that. Like, what could they do against a character like that? But, however, we have Batman. That is, of course, probably the biggest superhero that's not a superhero that doesn't have superpowers, technically. I mean, he has his gadgets, he has his super martial arts abilities, knowing pretty much every martial art there is out there, known to man. He's a master of them all, but he doesn't have any kind of, uber powers. He's not Superman, he's not, the Hulk, he's not the Flash, he's nothing like that. He's basically at the peak of human physical condition, and that skilled, has those kinds of techniques, and is able to use his gadgets to defeat pretty much any villain he faces, and is basically one of the most dangerous characters in the DC universe. So 1 versus 4, I think it makes sense. Let's do it. Batman versus the Turtles. Now, on the flip side, the Teenage Ninja Turtles. Obviously, everyone knows the Turtles. Do I have to go over what they are or what kind of abilities they have? No, I don't have to. But even still, we have to pick a version of the Turtles to face off against Batman, of course. Now, there have been many versions of the Turtles. If we're talking like the Archie, like 1980s Turtles that eat pizza all the time, and Raphael is a comedian and all that good stuff. April O'Neil wears the yellow jumpsuit and all that, because it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer in that case. Batman would spank them. It's all there is to it. So we can't pick them. They're too easy. We could go with kind of like, the new Nickelodeon Turtles, but they're a little bit too much like the 80s Turtles too, I think. And the comic book Turtles, the original, are really badass, maybe a little bit too much. So I think our best choice for this one would be the 2003 television series Turtles, because they are a nice mix of the original comic book series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In addition to that, they have the lighter, color bandanas. They have the lighter comedy mixed in with them. Michelangelo's goofy. He likes to party and all that good stuff. But at the same time, Raphael's still the badass, and he'll still stab you in the eye if you call him names or whatever the case may be. So that said, the 2003 Teenage Ninja Turtles versus Batman. Who would win? Let's do it. Okay, so 4 versus 1, but Batman's got his gadgets. Let's give him his Batmobile, because he's going to have the Batmobile. And so utility belt, the whole bit. Let's make it a fair matchup. Let's do it that way. Who would win? Okay, Turtles, of course. They've got their weapons. It would be fairly effective against Batman. I mean, especially, Raphael, he's got the sai, and Leonardo, of course, has got the, the swords. Donatello, well, maybe not effective in terms of weaponry, but he's smart. He could sort of counter Batman's intelligence in a way, right? Michelangelo, on the other hand, he's got his nunchucks. Do okay against Batman, I want to say. Let's see. Batman, of course, would have his gauntlets. He would have his suit and everything, the sword, his cape, and all that kind of stuff. And let's put them in a city-type scenario. Of course, they would be Gotham City type thing, with darkness everywhere and the whole bit. Now, the Turtles are not Wolverine. They would not be able to tell exactly where Batman is if it was really dark out and he wanted to use his, stealth-type tactics. However, Leonardo and the others, they're really good at meditation. He trains with the whole bandana covering the eyes type thing and is able to see in the, kind of like a sixth sense, kind of in the dark, know where his opponent is and put out the flame when he's training and doing all that kind of stuff that we've seen him do so many times in all the different movies and everything. Right. So that would kind of counter it a little bit, but I think it'd still be effective to a degree. I would give Batman the advantage in terms of the hand-to-hand combat, I'd have to say, even though it would be 4-on-1. I think he'd be that much more skilled. He's bigger, he's stronger, and I'd say I'd give him the advantage in terms of the martial arts abilities against them. Although it is, it's going to be 4-on-1, so it's going to be tough for him to, be dealing with all 4 of them at once and still land blows and capitalize on, using his gadgets and defeat all of the turtles. Oh, who to give this one to? This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. I'm thinking, let's say, you go something like, okay, Michelangelo, Donatello, if they were to go at Batman, you'd take them both down pretty easily. Raphael, a little bit too angry. Yeah, Leonardo would be his biggest challenge, I want to say, because he's cool-headed and he's smart enough and he's well-rounded enough to be able to take it to him while the others are down and out type thing. So tough to say. So tough because you do have the 4, and it's not like they're wimps either. They're not. They'd be able to land at least a few shots on Batman. Darn. Do the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles defeat Batman? Can Leonardo do it, or can he at least land at least something, a blow or a jab or a stab or something, so that the others can recover and take him down afterwards? I'm torn. I don't do draws, but I'm torn. Absolutely torn on this one. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay. No. Okay. Yep. No. Batman wins. Batman wins. Why? Because he's Batman. That's why. Because if the Shredder can almost defeat the Turtles by himself, and they need to have Splinter come in and the whole bit, or whatever the case may be, or they barely defeat him, this type of thing, I think Batman would beat the Shredder. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So I would have to say it. I'll just go on a limb and say it. I think Batman defeats the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My geek heart is torn in 2 different directions, but yep, I got to go with Batman as winning this one. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the matchup. Who you think would win and why? Trev says, the Turtles are amazing. They're amazing, Go Green Machine and the whole bit, Turtle Power. But no, Batman takes this one. That's all I got to say. Anyway, that's it for this versus matchup. If you guys have other versus topic ideas, go ahead and write them in the comments below or private message me them. And I'm thinking I'm going to get back in the habit of doing these because they're fun. I like them. They're fun. They're really geeky, and that's right up my alley. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this one and send me your requests. I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev. I'm saying peace.